He tweeted during your fight, LOL. Just your thoughts on that, and do you have a message for him?
Honestly, he got a fight next week, right? So it seemed like he focused on me, and Lamont Roach is focused on him. I think I'm going to go put my bet in on Lamont Roach.
Hey, you don't trade with him. You got to box. Box, smooth, time up.
Shakur Stevenson reacted to the sparring footage between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, which has sparked discussion among fans. Many believe it confirms expectations, as Roach has faced Tank twice in sparring and once officially, losing each time. With their upcoming fight approaching, predictions remain the same. Another dominant victory for Davis. Tank's power, precision, and fight IQ have consistently overwhelmed Roach, making it hard to envision a different outcome. The footage further reinforced the belief that Roach will struggle once again. Recently leaked sparring footage of Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach has been making waves in the boxing world, with fans analyzing every second to predict how their official fight might unfold. The footage highlights Tank's signature power, precision, and ability to set traps, traits that have cemented him as one of the sport's most dangerous fighters. Roach, known for his technical skills and movement, has shared the ring with Davis multiple times, both in sparring and an official bout. However, history hasn't favored him, as Tank has consistently come out on top. This latest footage only reinforces what many already believe, that Roach will struggle once again against Davis's relentless style. The reaction from fans has been mixed. Some argue that sparring doesn't always reflect what will happen in a real fight, while others see it as further proof that Tank has Roach figured out. Either way, as the fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach approaches, discussions among boxing insiders are heating up. One of the more intriguing takes comes from Shakur Stevenson, who suggested that Tank may be too distracted by outside factors, particularly Stevenson himself, which could affect his performance. In fact, Stevenson went as far as saying he would bet on Roach, a bold stance given Davis's impressive track record. While most analysts still favor Tank, some believe Roach will present a tougher challenge than expected. Experts argue that Roach's technical skills, durability, and experience fighting Davis in both amateur and sparring settings could make this bout more competitive than widely assumed. Although Roach has lost to Tank in their previous encounters, fighters evolve, and personal motivation plays a crucial role, especially for someone eager to avenge past defeats. However, some view Stevenson's comments as questionable. Tank is one of boxing's biggest stars, and a potential fight with Stevenson would be a massive payday for both. Many believe Stevenson should want Davis to win so their rivalry can be settled in the ring.
Shakur Stevenson made a statement. He said Gervonta Davis is too interested or distracted by him. He needs to be focused on Lamont Roach. And because of that, he is going to put his money, Jay, on Lamont Roach. Now, from my...
That's silly.
Well, okay. So let's talk about it. From my perspective, okay, Shakur is somewhat tying into something that I thought about, and I mentioned on our live stream 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that I personally believe that Lamont Roach is going to be more of a challenge than what people think he's going to be, right? Do I think he's going to beat Tank? No, I don't think he's going to beat Tank. But I do believe he's going to be more of a challenge. And Shakur is putting his money on Gervonta Davis, would suggest that possibly there could be an upset. I've heard some other people thinking that Tank has been a little bit frustrated about some of the conditions that he's had in terms of training camp and some other things. So is it possible that he's distracted? I don't know. But I do believe that this fight is going to be closer than what many people think. Jay, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I said on the live stream yesterday on 4 p.m. that this fight's going to be closer than what a lot of people think. You know, early on, I think it will be. I see it's silly for Shakur to say that because that's your money. That's your biggest payday of your career. That's your peer that's going to give you the biggest, bang for your buck if you were to beat him, face Tank Davis and beat him. Why would you put money on another guy fighting him and want that guy to almost say like that guy should win or you think he's going to beat Tank? That makes no sense to me. You want Tank like Tank, handle your business. We'll meet up later this summer. That's what that's what I would be thinking because I want to fight the best. So why would I want someone else to knock him off before I can take him out? So that's why I said it's silly. I think Lamont Roach is going to be tougher than most because people are discrediting Lamont Roach like he's some bum or something like that. He is a champion. He's fought at 135 and 140 before. He's fought Tank in the amateurs and lost to Tank twice.
With the upcoming matchup between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. set for March 1st, boxing trainer Bozy Ennis has weighed in, making it clear that he favors Tank in this showdown. Ennis believes that while Roach is skilled, moving up in weight against a dangerous puncher like Davis presents a serious challenge. If I had to choose, I'd go with Tank, Ennis stated. He acknowledged Roach's abilities, but emphasized that facing a power puncher like Davis at a higher weight is no easy task. Ennis stressed the importance of a smart strategy, warning that trading punches with Tank would be a mistake.
Last question, Mr. Bozeman. It's rumored that Lamont Roach is the backup plan to Gervonta Davis if he doesn't fight Rayo Valenzuela.
Right.
What you think of that?
What, Lamont
and Tank.
I think that'd be a good fight. I think it'd be a good fight, man. Yeah, him and Tank. I think it'd be a real good fight, man. I think I would have to go with Tank. But I think it's a real good fight.
Lamont will be moving up. What would he have to do to make that fight?
Oh, he moving up?
Yeah, it would be. He's the champion at 30.
Oh, okay. I have to go with Tank. He's moving up. Yeah.
What does he need to do to make this competitive?
Tank, you don't trade with him. You got to box. Box, move, time up. Walk him around, frustrated. Let him drop his guards. Let him drop his guards and then you do it. But it's difficult when you fight Tank, man. It's difficult when you fight him. The Tank sets you up with all types of shots, man. You can be beat Tank, man. Hit him with all kinds. If you can't punch you and double, But with Tank, you about to say, man, it's gonna be a knock.
The challenge for Lamont Roach Jr. remains significant. It's difficult when you're fighting Tank, man. He sets you up with all types of shots, said trainer Bozy Ennis. He pointed out that even if an opponent lands punches on Gervonta Tank Davis, the power factor is crucial. If you can't punch, you're in trouble, he warned, emphasizing Davis's ability to walk through shots and deliver fight-ending blows. While many see Davis as just a power puncher, Ennis was among the first to acknowledge his boxing IQ. Tank can box when he wants to, he noted, highlighting Davis's growing versatility in recent fights. Ultimately, Ennis expects a knockout, reinforcing the idea that Roach will have to
hit him with all kinds. If you can't punch you and double, But with Tank, you about to say, man, it's gonna be a knock. Because Tank will set you up. Like I said, he know how to set you up, and also, like I tell people, Tank can box when he want to box.
I thought he was just a puncher. You were the first person that told me
That he can box.
that he could box.
Yeah.
And then I started to see it fight after fight.
Yeah, he can fight real good, man. I mean, box real good. He box real good, man. You know what I mean? You know how to do it all. Tank know how to do it all, man. You know what I mean?
Was he a pure boxing amateur?
He used to do the same thing. What are you doing in the pros? He's doing in amateurs. He's knocking people out. He's doing in amateurs. You know what I mean? And he box. And that's why I knew he can box. He was the amateurs.
Gervonta Tank Davis has been actively pursuing high-profile matchups to solidify his status in the lightweight division. Initially, Davis aimed for a unification bout against IBF lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko. However, Lomachenko withdrew from negotiations and is reportedly considering retirement, causing the potential showdown to collapse. Following this, Davis's team shifted focus to WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson. Discussions began to arrange a fight, but no agreement was finalized. Stevenson, under a 2-fight contract with promoter Eddie Hearn, had a pre-existing schedule, including a recent bout against Josh Padley, whom he defeated via 9th-round technical.
We always trying to write the story before it even gets written. But I think Lamont Roach, I think a lot of people should see his side, his story, his journey, his dare to be great and give. And if you're frustrated with Gervonta Tank Davis, you can be frustrated with Lamont Roach.
Right. Well, and people have a short memory because everybody knows everything was done possible to make the Lomachenko fight.
True.
And Tank wasn't the one who walked away. Lomachenko said it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
He had his own reasons, that's fine. There were discussions, didn't go very far. There were discussions with Shakur. There were efforts there, and there'll be discussions more in the future. But it wasn't as if, pulled Lamont Roach out of the blue. No disrespect to him, because those are two great names, but they did go for the two best guys in the division on paper before we ended up here.
Despite setbacks, both Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson have expressed interest in facing each other. Stevenson has been vocal about his desire to challenge Davis, especially after his recent victory, stating that key figures in the boxing community are eager to make the fight happen. In the meantime, Davis is set to defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach on March 1, 2025, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Originally scheduled for December 14, 2024, the fight was postponed for undisclosed reasons. Roach, the current WBA super featherweight champion, is moving up in weight to challenge Davis. The boxing world remains hopeful that a Davis-Stevenson showdown will materialize, as it promises to be a major.
We always trying to write the story before it even gets written. But I think Lamont Roach, I think a lot of people should see his side, his story, his journey, his dare to be great and give. And if you're frustrated with Gervonta Tank Davis, you can be frustrated with Lamont Roach.
Right. Well, and people have a short memory because everybody knows everything was done possible to make the Lomachenko fight.
True.
And Tank wasn't the one who walked away. Lomachenko said it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
He had his own reasons, that's fine. There were discussions, didn't go very far. There were discussions with Shakur. There were efforts there, and there'll be discussions more in the future. But it wasn't as if, pulled Lamont Roach out of the blue. No disrespect to him, because those are two great names. But they did go for the two best guys in the division on paper before.
Act like Roach can't fight. Let me explain. Because Jamel Herring beat Roach. And Roach had to leave 135 to fight at 130. If you look at how Roach fights, Roach at pressure, Roach fights square up. If you think that Roach would beat Tank or have any chance of beating Tank, then you don't think high enough of Tank. He can fight. They all can fight. Lamos. The 130 Roach is not on Tank's level. He's not. Tank knows it. Roach knows it. Everyone knows it. But people who trying to act like they don't. And that's Tank fans trying to have everybody appreciate that shit. But we all know how good Tank is. And Roach ain't on his level at all. That's like saying, hey, y'all act like Yields can't fight. You act like Riders can fight. Yeah, they can fight, but they ain't on Canelo's level.